Should you file for bankruptcy if you're currently in a pandemic mortgage forbearance? Hi, I'm attorney Leroy Roberson, and today that's exactly what we're going to talk about. And I know a lot of homeowners are taking advantage of the forbearance due to the pandemic, and it's a great thing that's been implemented if you absolutely needed it. It couldn't afford your payments and were looking at losing your home. But the answer to that question is really, it depends. And it's going to really depend on who your lender is that you have your mortgage through. And the reason that it's going to depend is because while you're on your forbearance, your mortgage is going to continue to accrue every single month. And while it accrues, some lenders, once that forbearance period ends, which is currently, depending on what state you're in, but in federally, it's going to be in September. It's going to depend on whether or not your lender is going to move all of those payments that you have not been making to the back end of your loan, or if it's going to come due when that forbearance period ends. And if it is going to come due, if you have one of those lenders at the time that the forbearance period ends, then you may really want to think about filing for bankruptcy right now. And the bankruptcy that you're going to want to file is a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And here's why. If your forbearance period ends, and some people have not been paying their mortgage for over a year, so whatever your monthly mortgage payment is gonna come immediately due at the end of that forbearance period. Let's be real, most people aren't gonna be able to make that payment, and it's not even realistic to think that people are gonna be able to make that payment, but yet a lot of people are gonna be in that exact scenario, and therefore they're gonna be facing a situation where they're gonna have a huge lump sum that they need to pay, or, the forbearance is going to end, and then you're going to have collections. You're going to have, people coming after your home, starting foreclosure proceedings, and that's what we do not want to happen. So if you're in that situation, I would definitely recommend not waiting for that forbearance period to end and getting your bankruptcy started right away. One big reason is because your arrears, as they continue to grow, you're going to have a bigger planned payment. And I've made other videos describing exactly what a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is. So if you want more detail on that, check out those videos. But basically, they take whatever your total arrears are, they put it into a plan, and then you get to make a monthly payment based on those arrears. And the longer you let those arrears go, the higher your planned payment's going to be. And so you could be affected and not be able to pay that planned payment if you wait too long. And at the end of the forbearance, you're going to be having to file or do something to get on a payment plan. And Chapter 13 is the best thing to do, because once you get into Chapter 13, any collection stops. If there is foreclosure proceedings or they try to get a sale date on you, all that stops in a Chapter 13, and you're gonna be able to get on a payment plan. And there's some other benefits. Let's say you have a second mortgage and you're underwater on your home, meaning you owe more on your home than the equity on you have no equity. Then there's other things that you can play around in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And there's a chance that you can also get a modification in bankruptcy versus trying to do it alone. So there are other benefits aside from being able to save your home and get on that payment plan that a Chapter 13 really could benefit you. So I would say that if you are currently in a forbearance and you are facing a situation where you've talked to your lender and they're saying, no, once this forbearance period ends, you owe whatever that balance is, the total amount is going to come due. Really consider your options, and a Chapter 13 bankruptcy could be the perfect fix for you. And if you happen to have a lender that is willing to put it on the back end, well, that's good. And you're in a good situation, because then it'll zero out that balance. You won't have any arrears, so you'd be in a good situation. But if you're on that first end, which a lot of homeowners are, then really consider what I've talked about in this video. And if you have any questions, feel free as always to contact me. And if not, I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great one.